Hello and welcome to Back 40 Bushcraft. I'm forgoing the whole introduction and the walk-in and this and that. We've got just the most fanciful of days here today. The sun's just trying so hard to poke its way out of there through the clouds. But you just got to take a little look around here. Let me just show you. We've just got the most beautiful frosty coated kind of day going on right here right now. You know, check all that out. Lucky me. The last video I said, okay, enough of that mountain slope bush camp until spring. I got some more excavating work. So I've brought myself, in previous, way back when, in the fall, when I was still able to walk through here with ease, I found a bike trail that came up out of the woods, and I followed it all the way up, and I was like, oh, I know where this place is. It's kind of near the area where I was doing my coffee and hot chocolate video, and where I've since been kind of parking my snow machine every time I get out here. Well, I've hit that trail. And rather than, it's hard to see because we've had some snow, we've had a lot of melt. The snow is like really crispy here today. Kind of neat. But if you can see down that way there, that's the way down into the forest. You can see the taller trees in the background. As I said, I'm going through the old, an old cut block here, reforested area. So I've hit that mountain bike trail once again. And my goal is hopefully to be able to track that trail. I think I should be able to, but today I'm gonna just totally figure out where that goes to. I brought some cool snacks. I'm gonna make a fire out here. I'm gonna show all you bachelor bushcrafters how to make a proper itchy band. Yeah, well, that's subjective, I guess. Maybe some just like the noodles in the packet. Well, I'm going to go a little extra step. So I'll have a coffee, have some itchy band, we'll get a fire going. And of course my goal is to see whether I can actually come up with another spot, temporary, to put up the wall tent. I brought my big Christmas present, thank you Tanner, avalanche shovel. So I might do a couple little test digs along the way, and hope you're into coming along. Well, this trail is really quite dodgy at best with respect to whether I'm on the right path. All I can really go off of is, you see, I don't know, hopefully you can all pick that up. There's like a little track that just goes through the center, and I'm assuming that little depression in the snow is the old mountain bike trail, old, new, whatever it is. But I feel like I'm on the right way. I'm going the right way because I remember coming up on the edge of this cut block and there being just this super incredible little stand of forest here. Look at the cedar, look at the crazy ecosystem. Oh, look at how fun it'd be just to cut that big dead one down, hey? Build a log cabin or something. So, you know, when I walked by this area the first time, I was like, oh, look at that. That's pretty nice. But it sure supports my path that I'm on. But honestly, the snow is so deep up here, it's ridiculous. Where down in my bush camp, it's not going to be like that because there's just so much cover, you know. Probably the same in here. There's just so many trees that are down in this section here. It'd be a real adventure trying to trek through there with some snowshoes on. Pretty beautiful. Totally silent up here. You know, I'll tell you, if search and rescue had to come looking for me, they'd probably think I was the mad trapper of the north. What was his name? Mad Trapper of Red River or Rat River or something like that. Needless to say, I lost the bike trail. So I've just been kind of going blindly for a little while. And coming into like stands of trees like this, like, oh my God, where am I going to go now? You know, my snowshoes dropping down into tree wells and things of that sort. So I consulted my GPS, of course. I totally know where I am in relation to where my snow machine is parked. It's like down the mountain that way. I don't have any issues around that. But I'm just so curious where this kind of roadway that I had went to is. And so, you know, I guess it's a fortunate thing to be in an area where I still have connectivity to my data and Google Maps, Google satellites, that kind of thing, and it's telling me that I just gotta barrel through this tight stand of trees, and my road is right there. So yeah, I was in the right direction. But I'll tell you something. If search and rescue had to come looking for me, they'd be like, what is this guy on? Okay, well, I got my bearings. I found the trail. It's kind of out and open cut, so I'm not going to bother with it right now. I'm feeling pretty hungry. I'm in like this tight little section of fallen down trees and tons of tinder. So hey, this might be my day where I actually can get it on the first go. Maybe I'll just clean out a little area here real quick, and then I'll just find a bit of wood to start processing. I don't have to walk far today, that's for sure. You know, this is some deep snow. I came across elk track. I'm thinking it's elk anyways. And I swear the snow is so deep up here in places. Crazy. You know, I'm going to be digging forever. I'm just going to build a fire on this and get some food cooking. What do you think? Not the friendliest splitting wood there, is it? Well, that ought to make enough for itchy band. Hey. There's a likelihood I'm going to regret this. But heck. How do you go about sitting comfortably on the ground in a pair of snowshoes, you know? So, let's just see what happens. I feel like I'm pretty organized for now. I shouldn't need to have to move around too much. Definitely. So I've been out in these are Atlas 9.25 trail. Whether they're still making these or whether they have a newer, better model, I'm not sure. But these are really nice. They are working super fine. They're not too big and bulky, and they seem to hold my excessive frame and backpack up in the air out of the snow quite a bit more than if I didn't have any. That's for sure. So you know, you can come across a pair of those for yourself. They get my 2 thumbs up. They are certainly helping me out with my winter bushcraft scene here. I'm going to try sitting on my shovel. See if that's going to help. So, much ado here. we like to start with our base. So I've kept some pieces in halves here. There's another one there. And I would hope that should be about the right size of fire right there. I'm trying out a new little kind of fire kit. Oh, which reminds me. Something about being down in that section of forest that I'm at. There's not much in the way of birch. Now, whether my sweaty boobs ruined this, but I'm pretty stoked because I found some birch and I claimed it for myself. Just a little bark. I thanked the tree after, of course. You know, thanks for your provisions. See if that's going to help me get my fire started one time. So let me just get a little set up here and then we'll see if we can spark it up. Just don't want to start, do you? No, did I just smother that? Come on. Quote Peter Tosh, I'm not gonna give it up. Even when it's dry, it's wet. Welcome to BC. I'll tell you, I'm ready for this fire. I broke into a nice sweat out there when I was snowshoeing around. And I'd like to see this thing catch up to, get up to speed here. Oh boy, don't you go dying on me. So hungry. Getting all lightheaded. Just a bit small for my butt. There. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay, I think we'll get some fire now. Yes. Fire. Okay, that's looking good, isn't it? Okay, so you're curious what I've got for today. Well, let's take a look. First things first, I definitely gotta get a pot going here. Oh, I can just feel that fire working in my favor. So, I know I need to drink some water. So, I'm in a position here where I need to, I'm just going to use a bit to help expedite my my snow melting. Maybe I'll just use this. See if we can actually get to a level of pine needle free. I am not getting up and moving around. Let's go like that. Anyway, you know, I don't need a full pot of water here. Just enough for my itchy band. Well, let's get that on there, hey? We got a lid. That'll help that. Shout out to my old Trini bro, Kevin Muhammad. I haven't seen or heard of Kevin since I left the Yukon back in 2000. But I inherited this from him. And I think it's steel. If any of you know, feel free to comment. The only thing it says on it somewhere is number 2. I don't have my glasses on. I can't even tell you if that's upside down or not. So for today, oh boy, they're a bit mashed up now. I have some salt and pepper pork sausage from Kootenai, True Local. So that is from, where is that from now? Kootenai Co-op, House Made, right there in the Kootenai Co-op here in Nelson, BC. Good stuff. Coconut oil travels well, so I'm just gonna cook those little sausage burgers, I guess, in coconut oil. And then I've got a mix right here. Now that is sriracha, tamari sauce, and genmai miso, along with a few dabs of habanero, just to really give it that little zip at the end of your bite. I'm using a company called Koyo Ramen maybe. That's their tofu and miso. They're 89% organic. You know, they're like not quite $2 a pack, but if it gets me away from the MSG and makes me feel a little better about eating it, but I'll tell you, it's worth $2. And then, of course, we have 3 chickens at home. And so every day, lo and behold, they give 3 eggs. Oh, there's still a little piece of chicken poop in there. We don't wash them. And I'll cut up a little bit of ginger to throw in there as well. Make it a little gingery. So the eggs are going to go in. They'll be kind of, hopefully what I'll shoot for is a soft poached egg. You put it in once your noodles have softened a little bit and everything else is in there. And then drop those eggs in there. We'll fry up these little sausages, sausage burgers, whatever the heck they are. And I'm really looking forward to that. Now, I'm on the Starbucks Via Instant Columbia version, and then I bring a little shot of cream. You just can't give up on cream, you know. I've tried some of the, you can get some online that's like a real full cream powder and stuff like that, but it just doesn't mix very well as something I've noticed. So I'm bringing the real cream out for this one. Oh yeah, look at that. Making some moves already, this thing. I suppose that's when you want the handkerchief, right? To try and strain out some of that stuff. I think I have a fork somewhere. I think I'll just pull that out and I'll see if I can, you know, skim the needles off of there. Lo and behold, what happens? Battery dies on my other camera. But I came somewhat prepared. I got my old Nikon AW all-weather 100, I think it's called. Woo! Did you see that? Look at that. I look like a professional. Yeah, so needless to say, we'll keep that over there. griddle that up a little bit. Needless to say, I don't have a ton of battery left on this. Yeah, I'm going to have to put this down for a second so I can get that. Okay, there we go. And that goes. A little swizzle. Shizzle the swizzle. So the sound won't be as good. That's one of the things about this camera. And the reason why it's not my primary deal. Woo! Good old porch. Why it's not my primary camera here. Because the sound isn't very, you know, it's one of those cameras you can take it right underwater with you wherever you go. I'm going to see if I can get this mounted up on here. I can do a quick little survey. Whoa! Yeah. Man, let the flame die here for a second, would ya? Let's just take a look at that. Oh, it seems pretty soft in there yet. Pork, you know, you don't want to mess with pork. So, I'm going to let that cook for a minute. Would be good, I suppose, would be if I were to take my lid over here. Is that going to help? Ooh, you know, it would probably work. My aluminum. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Just like that. Keep a little bit of that heat in there. Now I got this right here. My miso, of course, will take a minute. It's heating up. But I may get started on the noodles. I thought about just dropping those pork things down into my soup, but see, you know, you mix in your miso, your sriracha, and look at the color of that. You know, and now I got my farm fresh eggs in there. The yolks are probably still a little soft. Oh, look at that. This looks delicious. I am so hungry. So that's going to take another minute. Oops, before that pork burger is all done. Now how the heck do I get that thing off of there? Oh boy, that's a burner. Getting closer. That one's probably done now. It just needed to open up a minute. Considering I'm just going to throw them into my soup here. Let's take a look. Well, of course, I don't have my glasses on. So I'll let that go for another second. I'll just go like this. Put those on in. Kind of feel like I'm starting to lose some daylight here. I think I'm going to have to eat and go. Still haven't quite determined which way I'm going to go. If I'm going to follow, like I said, I found the trail. I feel like that's going to be a heck of a long way to go to get back to my snow machine as opposed to kind of going the way I came in. I realize now I'm not going to find that bike trail again. But, you know, I have a pretty good idea where my snow machine is, and that's the nice thing about snowshoes is you can just go across country. So I might go find that open cut that I was just last in. Okay, that's done. Look at that. Just gonna go like this. Oops. Messing with the camera there a little. Just like that. No messing around. I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna want to take a nap. So I have an indicator here telling me that my battery's low on this camera as well now. So I'm gonna shut it off while I have a bite to eat. I'm probably just gonna let this fire do its thing, and then I'll be back on once I'm packed up and ready to go. Can I just tell you how blessed I am? You know, I've had just a fantastic day. Check it out, it's gotten a fair bit overcast. I still feel like I can see some blue sky up there. I think maybe I'm just wanting to believe I can see blue sky up there still. I'm in the zone that way, I guess. Check it out. I found my skidoo. Success. I didn't find, I lost the bike trail along the way. I just discovered I did a nice little loop. Just such a great time. I found some really nice patches. That was just truly a beautiful little stop that I had in there. Had some nice lunch. I'm still just so full. I'm warm. Yeah, that's the important part, you know. So I didn't get lost. I lost the trail. That's, I always kind of knew where I was. It's pretty, pretty basic. When you're in the mountains, if you get lost, you just start heading down, Maybe that's not the best advice. I don't know. To me, I would just go down, because you're going to find a creek, you're going to follow the creek, you're going to get to a river, you're going to follow the river. Geez, you'll end up in the ocean. I really appreciate y'all coming with me. It's time to just load up, pack up, fire up the old Scandic there. And I'm gonna head home. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you care to make a comment, hey, is there a way I can improve these videos? Is there a little too much of something? Not enough of the other? Let me know. If you haven't already, subscribe. You know, because, yeah, I'm planning on making more, and it would be great if you all came along. Take care. Oh, I just love these kind of forests.